The Vietnam War affected people in many different ways. Vietnam, you typically think of the men fighting the North Vietnamese communists. What you don't think of are the women on the home front whose husbands have been shot down. So they are left at home to cope with the wreckage of that situation. The wives of American prisoners and missing during Vietnam are some of the unknown heroines of the war. Once aviators start falling out of the sky in larger numbers, the government under Lyndon B. Johnson says, keep quiet. Wives, sit down, shut up, keep quiet. Do not say a word to anyone. The wives can't take it anymore. Sybil Stockdale organizes the women into a national league. Sybil was highly educated, she had drive and ambition, and she had grit. She was even a match for Richard Nixon. Sybil and her League of Wives are forced to go to Washington to constantly remind the government about their husbands languishing in prison and the fact that the government is letting them die. Without the support of Sybil and her League of Wives, many more men would have been tortured and they would have died in prison. These women come from all across the country, from different backgrounds, different races. Jane Denton is a Southern belle who finds out she has a spine of steel when her husband is shot down. Andrea Rander was a Baltimore Army wife who ran a crisis hotline at a mental health clinic. Phyllis Galani left her shyness behind when she confronted the North Vietnamese in Sweden. As young military brides, these women thought they would have a charmed life. Instead, they had to dig deep for resources, strength, and courage that they didn't even know that they had. One of the feistiest women on the East Coast was Louise Mulligan.
When you're fighting for something that is so precious, you're willing to do almost anything.